Okay, there we go. Sorry about being so late. I guess that's happens sometimes. But hey, at least earlier I had up to 11 people in here, so that was awesome. Okay, layout tool. All right, so yesterday I managed to find out why it wasn't drawing to the center like it was supposed to, and now it's drawing to the center, which is great. Um, so now there's a couple of other things that need to happen. For one thing, it needs to update whenever you move these rooms around, and it needs to it needs to change the size depending on zoom. Um, and then it also needs to actually sit behind the panel so you can read them. I think I made them. I think they're transparent. I'm not sure if I made it that way on purpose or if it was a default thing that popped up. I'm not really sure if I set it to that. I mean, I suppose maybe I did, because maybe it doesn't do that. Maybe it's opaque when you start when you put up these panels. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna have to find a way of setting it a certain way. Um, we will see. I don't know. Some sort of theme thing. I don't even remember what I did. I think I just had the code pop up for just creating a new panel. Oh, maybe it's in. Okay, let's go look in script real quick. Layout room. When I actually create setup visuals. Okay. Width, corner radius, style box panel, style box override panel, style. Separator, description. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see that in a little bit. Okay, so what I want to do is, what do I want to do? I'm gonna look up this code externally. Oop, let's go in here and whoa, from 3 down to 2. I guess some people don't like coding or something. How come, how come the X notification thing is like not consistent? Um, what was your first car? I didn't have a first car. I've never driven. Oh, that was this one. This was the part 2. Okay. Um, so if someone follows me in on X, liked my post here when I showed part 2. I don't understand the language though, so I mean I could follow him. I wouldn't understand what he was saying in there though. So I'm not sure if I should just do it as a courtesy. Well, he's not following me. Okay, this Nicole Marie T apparently makes music, and even though I'm not really in the market for music right now, might as well follow back because she's following. Anyways, now what was I doing? Um, Okay, so I'm gonna look up the script. I'm actually gonna like open this up in just the text editor, just so I can look at it directly without screwing around with Redot. Um, editor map, editor room. I guess I want the editor map script open with open text editor, and here, let's full screen that for a sec. Um, yeah, let me sometimes Restream doesn't say in sync when I go off page, when I go to a different tab or whatever. So I occasionally have to refresh it, but then when I do that, I lose everything in the chat. In the Restream chat, that is. It's actually still in either YouTube or Rumble. Okay, so today, I guess coding may be not as exciting as or as fun as what was that inbound data? Oh, that's right, because I'm no longer saving. I decided I wasn't going to save the inbound data anymore into the file. In fact, I think I commented it out because I was thinking maybe later I might need it, and so I would put him maybe in the meta file or something. Um, anyways, what am I looking for? Um, I guess I don't know. I guess the process thing, process function method, whatever. Uh, there we go. Um, and I'll have to check to make sure that I'm saving room position, which I think I am. So void for room in rooms.get children if room is editor room, right? It would be layout room if room is layout room. Room.previous position does not, if room.previous position does not equal room.position, update lines for room independence room. Room.previous position equals room.position. Okay. So we're gonna I'm actually gonna copy this directly, I think, and putting it in the layout tool and then changing it. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go to layout. Wait, yeah, layout tool, right? Editor map. Yeah, layout tool. Okay, so first thing is, do we have make sure process is not in there. Okay. So maybe I'll add that to the bottom and see how it squawks, because it's gonna squawk. If room is a layout room, previous position equals in rooms that get children. Not this function. We want update lines. What we want. Room dot update. Oh, line. Okay, I see. Line overlay dot update. Okay, fine. Where's multi-line here? Update lines. Okay, so we're gonna have it redraw. Huh. I wonder if I should make the redraw false, and wonder if I should call it directly. I had it in there, and thinking, it's not going to be that many lines. It's going to be whatever's connected to the current room. But at the same time, maybe I still don't want it to redraw every time. But we'll just do this first. We'll do the room ID first. We'll go ahead and multi-line, update lines. Okay. So update lines room.id. That. Semicolon. I don't need a semicolon, but I'm doing it anyway. So how about that? Okay. Let's go to 2D. Let's go ahead and scene, reload, save scene. And save this. And Bob's your uncle. Everything's going. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Ha 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 ha. Awesome. Still have to work on the zoom out thing, but yeah. Check it out. Awesome. Woohoo. Do 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 do. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, so maybe I don't need to worry about the redraw because it's even something like this shouldn't be. Okay, that's not awesome. Oh, I got them both selected, that's why. What? Selected both of them. There, this is what I wanted to do. Huh. I don't know. It might be, I don't know if it would be, if I did false and then for room in rooms dot get children, if room is layout room, if the position changed, update lines. It's gonna be one call anyways, isn't it? That's right. It's only working off of the one room, isn't it? I suppose it could work off of multiple rooms if you have multiple selected, like I just did. So I guess I'll just leave it. I'll leave it until if it ever becomes a problem. I'll leave it till then. Okay, so what about the zoom aspect? Zoom, zoom, zoom. I think this is in the line drawing script, so I'm gonna have to check that out first. Custom line 2D. Um, with float 2.0. Wait, is this all I have in here? Line width. Width equals line width. Okay, let's go into editor map. Might have to use the editor room. Um, what am I looking for? Width? Is there a width in there or no width? That's just found. Okay. Let's see then. I need editor room. Define width. Okay. Um, next. We'll see if update lines. It'll probably be in update lines. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Width. node. And we're back up at the top. That isn't telling me anything either. Okay. Nothing in here that says anything about a zoom. Oh, there we go. Room process. What do we got? We got current zoom level equals get viewport, get final transform dot x. If ABS current zoom level minus last zoom level is greater than 0.01, then last zoom level equals current zoom level. Line thickness equals 2.0 divided by current zoom level. Update door lines. Okay, let's see something. Um, let's go to, actually, let's go back into the code here. Okay, this is this is in the main layout tool, so it's basing it on this. And oh wow, I have to okay, it looks like I will have to um I'll have to call update lines each time for all of them. That might get a little unwieldy in a big deal here. But let me think for a second. I'm just kind of trying to decide here if I want to if I just wanted to process every single time. Every time you resume, I mean, you're gonna have to. Interesting, very interesting. Um, hmm. Okay, so I don't really have a problem here because I can basically copy that code here, and it's the same way. You get the zoom level, you save it, and you save the previous zoom level, and then you see if it changed. If it's changed, then you modify the line width of each of the lines. My only problem here is when I get 100 or so rooms, or even more. That is that going to be like super sluggish, possibly? I wonder if there is an event that can fire whenever the zoom has been changed. I mean, I can just do it the way I do it there. So keeping a bunch of rooms, keeping the rooms that are within the viewport, so that the more you zoom out, the more rooms are included. And then you update lines, and bases it on room ID. So I could do any kind of a deal, but I need to do some sort of sophisticated viewport thing. I guess what I should do is I should just do it outright, and then if it's super slow when I add all the rooms, then figure out how to optimize. I mean, I guess that's really what you're supposed to do, anyways. You do the thing first, make sure it works, and then if you need to optimize, you optimize afterwards. So maybe that's what I should do. And let's do it. Let's do it like this. Let's do func um update room connections. I don't know. I could say update lines again, like update lines here. Let's just call it update lines. I guess that's all right. Okay. And then what we do is we do this. And we do this, Control V. And then we add a little formatting just because I want to start adding formatting for everything. My kind of formatting. And that. We can delete that. Actually, we can delete it from here too, even though we're not going to be using that. We'll just do this here. And for room, that, and then I'll go ahead and put a semicolon. How about that? And we'll go ahead and say func update lines like that. Then for this, what I'll do is I'll just do this. Control K, comments them out. And then afterwards, we're going to put update lines. Like so. And we're going to go ahead and reload save scene, which is fine. Everything is working great. Great. That's awesome. Yeah. That's going to be a lot of rooms, but it'll only do it. Okay, room viewer. Okay. So update lines. Okay, I guess that's an okay name to call it. Let's call this func. This is also going to update lines, but we're going to say handle zoom. Okay, I'll just call it handle zoom. I don't know if there's would be a better name. that. And then let's go ahead and essentially going to copy this. Oh, we're not basing it on rooms. We're going to be basing it off of the zoom thing. So I'm actually going to go ahead over here and go to here. Let's find all the zoom, last zoom level. I wonder if I could. I probably could put the class variable down just above the function that I use it in. Because if I can do that, then it means that all your variables don't have to go all the way to the top of your class. That's an old like C++ thing where you have to put all your you have to declare all your variables first. I do kind of like the idea, even though I'm not really a big fan of like a lot of the modern programming stuff. I didn't like OOP when it came out or became popular. Um, but yeah, so do something here like this. Okay, that should be all right as far as yeah. I know you need some stuff here. Okay, let's go to next, and then there's this. I don't care if it's not got the right thing. It doesn't know what update door lines is or anything like that. Line thickness. Okay, so it doesn't know what line thickness is. So can I find line thickness? Control C. And Control V. Okay. See, this is all normal stuff. It just doesn't know what update door lines is yet. And I also have to modify the multi-line tool, and I'll update the update lines function to also be able to take a line thickness in there. So let's go into the multi-line tool. Let's go ahead and we'll make the do redraw last. We'll say now is width line width is 5.0. Okay. We'll say width width colon I guess a float, right? I probably don't need the actual data type, but equals line width colon. Okay. Now, I know it doesn't know what update door lines is. Um, go through each inbound link. Where do I? Okay. I get it. I get it. What am I thinking? Of course, draw line uses line width. So let's not Okay, so let's not make this equal to line width. Let's make this default at 5.0, and let's go ahead and let's make it. I'll do it I'll do it before Q redraw, and let's say line width equals width, like so. So that way, let's put a semicolon in this. I know I don't need to do semicolons at all, but since it's letting me, I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, so now let's go back into layout tool, and let's just go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and comment this out, and I'm going to go ahead and put handle zoom, like so, and it shouldn't do. Oh, what's the problem? 594. What is? Oh, that's weird. How come it's? I mean, I get why it's processing. It's processing it every loop, but why is float and nil and operator? Is get viewport wrong? I mean, it shouldn't be wrong. Okay, fine. We're gonna see if this has anything to do with anything. This, and I'm gonna clear that, and I'm gonna go ahead and reload save scene. No problem there. Print current zoom level equals current zoom level. Okay, that's just a float. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna make this a float also. Float. Float. Go ahead and put semicolons here. Semicolon. And reload. Okay, clear this out. Reload save scene. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and print last zoom level equals comma plus last zoom level. Okay. Let's print current minus last equals current zoom level minus last zoom level. Control S. Current minus last is negative. And let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and say ABS. We're going to do this. So that way, current minus last, okay, which is fine because it's static. Okay, let's uncomment this off. Pass. Clear it. Go save it. Okay, so I'm not getting any errors here. Now let's go ahead and say last zoom level equals current zoom level. And we'll clear that, save it. Any errors? No errors. And we'll go ahead and say, let's go ahead and take this out. Let's see what happens now. Is it going to do the same thing? So far, no errors. Let's go into 2D. This is a weird development because it works for the other thing. It's just not working here for some reason. Oh, let's go back to the script. Okay, let's do a print. Line thickness equals line thickness. Clear that. Control S. I've seen it. Where is it at? Line thickness. Okay, let's do something different then. Let's go to script. Let's go ahead and knock these print statements back out. Okay, so we're only going to print now when I zoom in or out. And actually, what's the... Okay, so here's the other thing. I'm not updating lines yet, so why is it acting so weird? Let's just do this. No, let's not do that. Okay, I know what's going on here. Uh, Reload save scene. Okay, so why? Okay, so what's going on here? There's something weird that's going on here. Okay. I'm gonna save that. We're gonna go ahead and reload save scene. Okay, so how come no lines are showing now? Look at, okay, something went up. I don't, oh, oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I guess I know what, at least, partly what's happening. Now, the thing is line thickness up here, not line, something's going on. What the heck is going on here? Did I delete that? I guess I must have deleted it. I don't know why I did that. Normally I comment things out. Here, let's do this. So maybe line width should be up here, right? Width. It is. It's right there. Line width should not change. I mean, it is 5.0, right? This is also 5.0. Actually, let's do this again. Here, let's just go ahead and... So now, everything should work like it's supposed to. So when I reload it, it should draw the lines. And it did. Okay. So that's part of my problem. Okay. Now, how come this is the problem then? Why would that be a problem? Line width equals width. So let's go over here and then let's go ahead and make sure it's saved and then reload save scene. Why is that like that? Okay, that's weird. Okay. Print. And update lines. Line width equals, comma, line width. Okay. Before. Okay, we'll do it like that. We'll do the same thing here. After. After. Okay. So reload, save scene. How come in update lines line width equals 5 after? So why did it change? I don't get it. Print width equals width. Okay. Reload, save scene. Oh, let's do it again. Okay. How come width is 0? How can width be 0? So what's the deal with that? Why is width 0? I guess I'm gonna have to pull up. Let's see. This one's gonna take forever to load though, because this, I guess, this is too long a script. Is there anything wrong with this function header? Joy. Nope. Go up or use Pascal case. No, width is showing a 0 instead of 5. I'm printing it out, and it's 0 for some reason. Here. You calling with the explicit 0 somewhere? If somewhere you do, update lines, some room. Definition shadowing this way. Oh, okay. I mean, it shouldn't have anything to do with anything because of what I called it. Update lines. Um, call this update overlay. That's what it's doing. And we're just gonna see if that does anything, because the shadowing thing might be the thing that's doing that. So, okay, let's clear this out. Reload save scene. Nope. But, let me see here. Calling it update overlay. That's fine to leave it like that. Eight lines. By next, line width, width. Shouldn't be a property. There's no property here. I don't get it. What's going on here? Please. Okay, we'll see what we got here. Up to 5 again. Awesome. So whoever's popping in here, of course I'm doing code. Um, okay, copy, fine. We'll do it. Reload save scene. All right, clear that out. Reload save scene. It says param with 0. 0 member with an 8. That means your width parameters indeed coming in at 0. You don't have a member variable with that name. So the problem isn't in the function body. It's in the calls to update line. Somewhere you're calling it like... Okay, fine. We'll do that. Do a search, find in files, and I'm looking for update lines. There's not going to be very many. Oh. Okay, I get it, I get it. I figured it out. Okay. Okay, I figured it out. I made the bool the last param, so it's passing the bool in and coming up 0. Yep. I'm just going to go and make sure the call corresponds to the correct signature. I still want the redraw to be last, but thanks for helping me find this. And actually, it's dumb because I should have did a find in files myself, and then maybe I could have seen what was happening. I didn't really realize what was going on here. Okay, okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut all these out because I don't need it, and then and you call it update lines. In this case, it's going to be I'm going to go ahead and I actually have to. Okay, so I see. 5.0. We're just going to do that. And now it should be just fine. Reload save scene. And Bob's your uncle. Alrighty. Alrighty. Finally fix that. Now let's go back to the layout tool here. And let's go ahead and we're going to go to I'm going to leave it as update overlay. Just, you know, so reload save scene. And now I should be able to move this around. Yep, no problem. Okay, so now go ahead and save that. And now let's go back into handle zoom. Okay. Reload save scene. No errors. Okay, now let's go to script. Now, okay. So we want it to. Okay, so let me go ahead and go here and let's clear this out. And I'm zooming out. The further I zoom out, the smaller it should get. No. The further I zoom out, the bigger it should get, I think. Wait a second. What did I do? Just. Yeah. Here. Reload save scene. Okay. Now. So the closer I zoom in, the smaller it becomes. And honestly, okay, right, because I haven't actually did anything yet, right? Okay. Now the only thing is here. Interesting. I didn't realize it. Um, let's make it cut off at 2. Should I make it cut off at 2 or 1? Make it cut off at 2 and make it cut off at 5 at its biggest. Well, actually, let's just do it like it is first, and then I'll tweak it if I want to tweak it after that. So what we're going to do. Actually, we're going to leave that. Okay, this is going to actually go through all the rooms in there. That's why it might get unwieldy when I get all the rooms in there. But what I want to do here, of course, is I want to. I'm going to apply that, right? I wonder if I should have an update all lines, and that way I don't actually need to do it separately. I can just pass the line thickness. I think I might do that too. So func update all lines. Okay. And we're going to pass false. So the only thing we're going to change here in update all lines is we are going to pass line thickness here. So I'm going to call this thickness. And I'm going to put thickness in here. Thickness in here, like this. Not thickness, thickness. Thick, thick, thick. Okay, so in here, update all lines is we're gonna pass line thickness from float equals 5 equals oh, we're just gonna default to 5.0, which is fine. Okay, like so. And update all lines is just gonna do this here. and it's just going to call both of these here. So it's going to call this, and it's going to call that, and we'll do this. In func update all lines. Like so, and then we're just gonna put this in here, like that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass in line thickness, like that. And that way, I don't have to call it every time. I mean, I'll call it every time, but I don't have to do the code in here in the layout tool. It'll just do it here. Line. Parser error. What did? Oh. There we go. And layout tool. Wait, what? 560. 567. What? 37. I mean, I did it. Oh. Oh, maybe there's nothing wrong with it now. Okay. Line overlay update all lines line thickness. So, and that would work, and this will work, and this will work, and even this will work. All right. So let's see if it works. Let's go ahead and scene and reload save scene. How come it doesn't change? Interesting. Interesting the way it draws it, though. But, see, now it never loses a thing, right? Awesome. So now, okay, so I wonder, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to modify it to let line thickness, if line thickness is greater than 5.0, then line thickness equals 5.0. So, and let's just go ahead and reload save scene. I didn't realize. All right. Maybe I don't want to put. Maybe I don't want to limit it then. Let's make that 15. Reload save scene. Okay, let's go back in here. 25. And let's check it out again. Scene. Let's save scene. Oh. All right. I guess we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Okay, so let me ask ChatGPT about this a little bit. Um, Here's the code that handles the zoom in. It makes lines thicker the further out they are. Now please analyze it and tell me you have before I go on and ask you about it. It's like take forever now. Yep, I've got it. Current zoom scale from the viewport transform. Checks if the zoom has changed enough since last check. Updates the last zoom level so it doesn't trigger on every frame. Calculates a line thickness inversely proportional to zoom. Prints out thickness for debugging. Calls line overlay to apply the new width. Why it feels reverse or inconsistent when zooming, or how to make it scale. No, I get it. Well, actually, when asking Grok about it some time ago, like months, I think now, this was the effect I wanted, because the lines seem to break up the further the way it is, and then closer can be thinner because they don't break up. That is not the question I am asking. Please respond before I ask you about it. I just wanted to, acknowledge that it gotcha. So you're doing thicker when far, thinner when close to keep the lines visually solid at a distance. Okay. I divide um 2.0 by current zoom level. I'm not sure why the number 2.0. I was thinking before it was so that it didn't get any smaller than 2, which is fine because I zoom way in and it looks fine. Is this why I'm using the number 2? I didn't exactly write it, so I'm unsure. So we got arbitrary base thickness 7 pixel at normal zoom. If you zoom out to say 0.5, chunkier lines, they don't visually for thickness break at small scale. If you zoom to O, thinner because they look crisp close up. You'd wrap it like, yeah, the smallest thickness to be 2.0 right now. 2.0 is basically your normal zoom baseline amount at minimum value. I tried setting a max thickness, but it seems, unless it's a really high number, the lines do manage to break up. So I'm leaving max I don't know, unencumbered. I don't know if that's the right word. Unencumbered. Okay. That makes sense. When you zoom way out, the lines are hitting subpixel territory like without letting them get thick enough they'll look dashed or broken. By leaving the max unclamped, you're basically letting the scaling for it from like 5 pixel gaps. Naturally, that's why extreme zoom out lines might look comically chunky, but at least they stay continuous. When they keep them somewhat in check without breaking continuity, you can use a softer curve instead of a hard max, something like the way the lines still grow zoomed out, but not quite as explosively. It's less of a ceiling, more of a gentle flattening of the growth rate. Um, um, do I? I don't actually even need a limiter. It's POW an actual GD script function. Oh, I forgot. Whenever I put an image in now, it won't even revert to a new stupid model. That's a crap. Alright, whatever. That's whatever is whatever. I don't care. I'm just gonna leave it. Because it does do what I want, so. Oh, that's not what I want to do. 2D. Wait, let's save scene. Okay, let's do something here though. Let's make this 1.0. I just want to see what different values give. Reload save scene. Oh, so it is a minimum thickness though. But does it break up when I zoom out? Does break up. It doesn't do it harshly, but it does actually break up. Okay, 2.0 actually works good. So minimum. All right. That answered my question. I should have just did that and not worried about it. Okay, so there's a thing here. No, that's not what I meant to do. It is that and that. Okay, so print uh zoom change equals this. That. Okay, let's see. It's a okay. We're almost close to being done, but almost close to being completely done here. So reload, save scene. Okay. Zoom change 0.5. Two 44, 47, 47. That's 3. That is 23. That's 4. That is 3. 3, 3. Huh. What? Okay, so why don't I tweak the why don't I tweak this? Let's put 0.05 and let's see how that affects it. So reload save scene and all I'm doing here. Oh, I see. Uh, it means it's not changing as often, which is what I was looking at. But let's go ahead and make this point 0.25 like that. So that way it's still it's not quite as extreme. Save scene. Okay. Okay, this is good enough here. This is good enough here. Okay, script. Let's just go ahead and remove that print out though. Let's go ahead and this is to do the overlay. That way they each do their own thing. Okay. So okay, so the next thing I kind of want to do is I don't know, I think it's a Z order or something. I'm not sure. line overlay. See if I can find node 2D. There we go. Okay, scale, skew, position, rotation, transform. What am I looking for? Something like Z, some sort of Z thing or something. Oh, I see. Canvas item. Okay. Let's see something here. Z index. Controls the order in which the nodes render. A node with a higher Z index will display in front of the others. Must be between changing. What is that? Z index of control only affects the drawing order, not the order in which the input events are handled. I don't care. Canvas item Z max 496. Okay. Let's do something here. Let's set it to, you know what? Z index. Let's do something here. Oh, let me do this a little bit different. Yeah, tool. Oh, wait. Uh, what is the minimum? Oh, negative 496. Okay. Let's just do it. Negative 496. Let's actually go into multi-line 2D so that it draws all lines underneath everything else. So, um, right, okay. So, okay. Self dot Z index equals negative 4096. I don't know if that's good or not, but we'll see. Like putting semicolons, it makes them look less naked. Okay. Let's see what happens if it changes anything. And it does. Okay. All right. Let's see something here. See the way it goes, and it's like all the way around. Um, and when I was playing around with Twine, their web interface, In fact, I could show it to you if you that is assuming you're watching the screen. You might not be, but in case you are, go to Twine. Uh, let's actually switch this to Grok here, just so I can ask another question. Okay. Uh, right. I forgot what I was going to ask it though. Oh, well, I'll ask it that in a sec. Um, you know what? When I get to drawing arrows and stuff on it, I might, just might, actually have it not draw the inner line anymore. Like not draw. So like the endpoint in there. So I'll say if it's greater than the top, then the endpoint is right there. I mean, I can actually do that myself without actually using AI or looking it up. Even I can just do it uh, at that point. So the only thing that I have to do is, anyways, let me show you here in, like I said, here using your browser. Yeah, donation, sure. Okay, this is good. This actually saved it, I guess, probably via cookie. So it's probably on my thing via cookie. But okay, so why? Oh, must have had. All right. But notice how it kind of goes around. Actually, the curve is interesting. I don't need to do curves, but I can do the drawing part. Anyways, yeah. So that's that's. So I'll be doing something similar to that. I might could leave it at not multiple colors. I mean, I had it multiple colors, but maybe I don't need to do it that way. But can you? I wonder if you can zoom. Can you zoom in here? Zoom. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, it doesn't do a typical zoom out. It's just what it is. Um, okay. And I was going to go ahead and make this opaque, but I'm not going to do that right this second. Um, anyways, I can determine where to terminate the lines, doing it based on the center position. Then you're walking it back and you're basing it. Actually, you know what? I should be able to write a function to return the top left and bottom and top left, bottom, and right of the panel, and that way I can tell it, you know, I can tell exactly where to terminate it. And then I could also do that with the start position. The start position starts at the center, but if the center, but really, as far as the drawing, we want to kind of draw it along the same position. In other words, where it crosses, right? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Well, I think I'll have to get Grok to help me out with that. But for all intents and purposes, everything seems to be working just fine. Check it out. Do, 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 do. Okay, I'm going to try something here. And, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and see what I got. I've got, 7 minutes left. We are going to do, we're going to attempt to do a copy here of the room files and the meta files. And we are going to, um, first I'm going to go ahead and copy this into a separate folder. I know I got the older folder. This is just an older, position here. But then I'm going to copy all the room files over, and then I'm try to reload this and see what happens. Save and close. Sure, save and close. And okay, so let's go in here and let's go to projects. Let's go to this layout tool. And actually, the layout tool is going to be our main project here. So I'll probably rename these, I think, and then update the. Here, in fact, let's do that. Let's do that right now. First, let's go ahead and go into GitHub and fixed finished up the line drawing to a current point. And the only reason I said to a current point is just because meaning when I look at it later, I can see it says, that I was going to do it later, Added more info to the wizard use stuff. Okay. Commit push origin. Okay, that's the first thing I want to do. And I'm going to go back to LT real quick before, go back to LT real quick. And we're going to, oops, back up. Now, in the design documents, okay, so let's go ahead and cut. Let's go into this. Let's go ahead and paste this. Rename. Let's rename this to 4, like that. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this copy, and we're going to paste it, and we're going to rename it rooms backup. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and go into the favorites and put it in a new tab on purpose. New tab. We're going to go into this one, and we're going to copy rooms have the whole rooms folder, I think. Copy. Actually, let's wait. Let's go to GitHub. Made a new backup. Commit to main. Push origin. And then what we're going to do now is rooms backup's going to be, let's see, let's go over here. Rooms backup here in the layout tool is I'm going to delete. Well, I'm not going to delete. No, I'm not going to delete that. I'm going to delete rooms though. Okay, so let's delete rooms. Okay. Now let's go in here. Removed rooms folder. Make sure I do this carefully that I don't screw something up, which is fairly likely to happen usually. Okay. And then let's go ahead and go over to this, and let's go ahead and copy. Now let's go over to this, and let's go ahead and paste. Right? I just went ahead and did rooms backup 4. I might just back this up. But now we're going to go attempt to... Okay, so before actually going in there, I'm going to attempt to... Whoop, I'm going to attempt to go ahead and run it. Let's go into favorites. We'll open that in a new tab even. Favorites. And we'll run this. And we're going to run the LT edition. Let's see what happens. See if it doesn't bomb on us. Now I have all the backups, so... Oh. Okay, this is actually fine. I need to go to the script, though, and I need to... go into layout tool, and let's go to load all rooms. 3, 3, 3. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to comment this out so it loads in all the rooms. We're going to see what happens. So let's hope something doesn't break, because it looks like it's doing okay right now. Reload, save, scene. Check it out. You know what's funny? What's funny is it doesn't seem to drag at all on a zoom. See that? It doesn't drag at all. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. It does have to, it probably does happen to have to do with the fact that that I did the queue redraw and the update all lines, so that it doesn't do a bunch of update deals. Okay. So, since it's my time is up today, I am going to call this a day here. Control S. Make sure everything is saved. Save room data. Make sure everything is saved. And make sure everything is cool. Is it cool? It's cool. Everything is cool. Everything is working. It's not sluggish at all. Even with all of the... Now, of course, moving them all around might be a little sluggish, maybe. Maybe not, though. You know that? Let's do something here. Let's, whoops. Hit caps lock accidentally. Let's do that. And then let's go ahead. Why did it jump over there? Okay. Now, let's move this around, see if it gets really slow. Oh, it does not get very slow at all. Check it out. That's And really the main reason is just because before I had a node for every single stupid line. I had all the locks, deals, it's like the whole 9 yards, right? And so it was super sluggish because it was updating everything in the editor here, and it's not doing it here. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? Yes. Now, Monday, of course, Monday I'm going to um, I'll be starting on this, but first thing Monday before I actually get to actually doing some editing, I'm gonna try adding removing rooms and making sure everything still works like it's supposed to. Um, just to make sure that I'm sure, right? Um, and I mean, I can do it right now, but it ends up turning, 2 minutes turns into 10 minutes, turns into 30 minutes, and so on and so forth. So I'm not gonna do that here. But I want to say thank you to every one of you that's been in here. Thank you for earlier for actually getting me up to 11, even if it was just for a brief short time. And thank you to the rest of you five that are still viewing here, that are interested in the coding part. And yeah, so I want to say thanks for watching, and I will see you on Monday where we will continue on. And at this point, this is oh yeah, I might do this offline because it's not really important to the game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rename. I'm going to rename the old editor map version. I'm going to rename it as like em. Like I'm going to do underscore em and just rename the folder, and then I'm going to rename the lt. Um, I'm going to rename it as just straight up with no lt at the end, and I might just do that offline. Anyways, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys Monday, as long as you like what I'm doing here. And so yeah, thank you for watching part 2. See you on Monday.